Good morning, YouTube and Facebook. My name is Jeff Blum, the author of the book is Cross the Answer. It is November 24th, 2013. The title of today's 6-minute sermon is A Time of Testing. A Time of Testing. Last week, I did not have a sermon to present. I mentioned earlier that I would only do sermons as I felt the Lord lead me, not just because of doing them. Remember, I'm not doing this for money or budget or any other reason like that. So I'm just doing this out of the just the pureness of my heart, as I feel by faith the Lord leads me to deliver messages. And so last week there was not one. This week, the time of testing, and I believe it leads into why there wasn't one for last week. There was no announcement made by the Holy Spirit or by God or by an angel, by anything, that I was being tested. I'm just familiar through my walk when a season of testing is upon me. And what that simply means is when you're walking by faith and you're walking with God, there comes a time when it seems like all voices go silent. And that usually happens, if you remember, in grade school or high school, when you're testing. You're not allowed to talk to anyone. You can raise your hand, but most of the time you don't get any answers. No one's there to help you take the test. You've studied, you've been taught, and now it's time to take the test. You may say, well, what test are you taking, Jeff? I think that's irrelevant. I just think that it's a time when I have to ask myself, do I believe what I'm speaking? Do I believe what I'm teaching? Do I believe what I'm walking every day and demonstrating to myself and to my family? The faith that I have, do I believe it? Is it before me? That time of testing can be so rigorous, if you will, that it has you questioning whether or not you believe in the existence of God. The test and the level of test vary. I want to give you one example of a time of testing, and I'm going to use the children of Israel. They get beat up on a lot, but they have a lot of stories to tell and a lot of things we can learn about God. Remember, the Bible teaches us that God not only performed so many miracles when he pulled them out of Egypt, but he was also a cloud by day to guide them and a fire by night, not only to give them light, but to guide them. This is who God was in the camp of Israel when they were in the wilderness. But if you recall, they were in the wilderness because of a time of testing. And they failed tests. And when they failed tests, plural tests, they basically were guided away from the promised land. And I use the phrase going back around the mountain again because it was a big mountain before the wilderness. And so, when testing fails, you get to go through the season again and take the test over. And it's like Israel going around the mountain in circles, being so close to the promised land, but they have to pass the test. So you may feel that you've been so close to your destination, the visions, the dreams that you have for your life, and they seem right at the door, and you're like, well, why aren't they manifesting? I know I've been there many of times. If we use Israel as an example, there's always a time of testing to make sure that we can be promoted to that point in our lives. Remember, the Bible teaches us that promotion comes from God. You may say, well, there are a lot of people that get promoted that don't even believe in God. Well, I'm talking about its children. The people that serve the world and serve hell, they have their promotion system as well. But I'm talking about God's children. Promotion comes from him. And when he promotes you, no one can knock you down. That's the best part about it, because he promoted you. And it's better to be demoted by God than be demoted by man anyway. So I hope this helps you understand a little bit about a time of testing. And, if you feel that you haven't done enough to be tested, that's not true. What I would recommend that you do is if you don't have a vision for God or a destiny, and I'll talk more about vision and destiny next week, just ask and just get a piece of paper. You may get your answers in dreams. You may get it just as an open vision before you, and just start writing down what God shows you, and there it is. He'll give it to you because He has assigned you a destiny and a vision for your life. Trust me, I don't care what age you are. And then just start walking it out. Don't think it's going to fall on your lap. Just day to day, the Holy Spirit will teach you how to walk by faith. And remember, it's like a 1,000-piece puzzle. You're just putting pieces of the puzzle together until the whole picture is done. So don't think that, oh, this is going to take me to my destiny. That is, every step you take by faith will, one step at a time, and don't necessarily look for the big answer. Just put the pieces of the puzzle together. So I hope this helps you for this week, and I'll see you next week. And I think we'll talk about vision and destiny.